wrapping up the second part spin, and more talk about the signal tracer. Hi, well, I am here on a Monday at 10:12 in the morning. Just wanted to bring you back for a brief look at this. I do have it pretty much done except for the dividers. I haven't exactly decided which way I'm going to do this yet. I talked about the pill things, and I may still do that, but for right now, just I want to see, you know, basically what I've got here on the bench here, all that stuff there. Obviously, the little cases won't go in here, but all the little parts, you know, should go in here, I think. And I think I'm going to experiment a little bit with the pill bottles and see if they will hold. Obviously, those won't go in there, the pots. But what I'm trying to do is to experiment with this in a way that I need to, if I need, like for the pots, I need a whole big thing, I can do that. That's not a big deal. And because I can get a lot more than 5, I think I can get at least 7 of the pill bottles in there. And so, you know, that's what I'm trying to look at right now. So anyway, I finished up putting the last side on this morning, this one here, and so that's come out pretty good, I think. But that's gonna work, I do believe. Now, if I want to hang it up, I've got these. Let's see if we can get down here. I've got these here. I can put holes here in each one of these and hang it, you know, on hooks or something, if I want to. But for now, let's a look at it. It is complete other than the dividers, and as soon as I figure out how I want to do the dividers, then we'll go from there. So, I may bring you back. We'll see. Alright, well, I'm back once more. I figured out you can fit 6 of those size I was wanting to use for these. Now, that will allow room for a divider between each one as well. And I think that's what I'm going to go with as far as the pill bottles are concerned. So, you know, if I do 6, that's 12. 6 is 18. It's 24. I get 24 out of 4 rows. And that would leave my bottom row for the larger things, if I want to do it that way. So let me look at my parts again. I'm gonna make sure everything fits into the pill bottles that I really want in there. So let me do that, and I'll come back again. All right, back once more. I have first thing I tried was the sockets. I have a 20 in there, and that half fills it up. So that's not really going to be a good thing to put that in. I can't get all of them in there. That's what I'm saying. So that's one thing I can't get in there. So I need to find out all the things I can get in there, I guess, and go from that. But well, you know, this is kind of a slow process of getting this done, but we'll see what we can do. Good evening, YouTube. Here with you on the parts bin for the PTR. I do have a lot done now. As you can see, I have all of the resistors up top. All the capacitors I have so far on the bottom. There will be a 1 or 2 more that's added here, and then that's the C10, or not C10, C9 I think it is, the 470. And that's just the speakers just sitting there. Down at the bottom, I don't know if I even showed you that. Let's see. There we go. Now we're getting down here to it. Anyway, like I started to say, there's the 470 caps there, and there'll be more caps here. This is a speaker just sitting there right now. Not really going to be there, but these are the 14-pin IC sockets. 100 of those right there. There's 50 of the pots here. These complete with the nuts and washer, and they are all there. So like I said, I have up here I have the D2, which is the 1N4001 rectifier, and then there'll be the D1, which is the Schottky 1N5711, and they'll be going here somewhere. Now I don't know if they're going to go here or not, but I have 1, 2. Let's go back up a little bit more. I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. I have outstanding. I have the C4 and C10, both of which are 10 UF, and they will be in the same pill bottle, so they won't take up so much room. That will be C4 and C10. Like I said, this is C9 here. This is the 470, and that just leaves the 100 nanofarad ceramic disc, which is C5. So it will probably up here on this row here. It'll be probably C3, 4, and 9, and then 6, 7, 8 down here, and 9, and this is 10 over here, and then I'll probably put the diodes up there too. I haven't put any dividers here yet because I don't really know exactly how I'm going to do it, but you can see the ones at the top, they are laid out that way so they'll fit the pill bottles, and so that's that. Anywho, that's what I'm doing. Also, we're doing some work on the actual tracer itself, and this is what we're coming up with now. The new boards that I get tomorrow, I think they are supposed to be delivered tomorrow, will have these 4 holes here underneath line up with the board. In other words, the board has been shifted, the holes have been shifted to where they will all line up and they can be screwed in. Bob is sending me some screws that will fit. This is just one of a computer type screw that I put in there just to see how well it fit. It fit pretty good, actually. It's in there good and tight. I mean, it's not going anywhere. But anyway, like I said, he's sending me some that'll fit the holes as is. I had to go to an 1/8 inch hole to accommodate that, so I think his will be better, I hope. But I have just been doing the layout on the getting the hole drill ready to saw the hole in here. Now these first that we put out, the ones that go to the beta testers, will have the smaller speaker in them. There's not really any difference as far as that goes, but it's just there was no way of I just figured it would be better to do those with the prototypes and save the bigger speakers for, because that's the ones we're actually going to use when we start selling these to people. And everybody's asking me the price. We have been discussing it, but we want to get a final cost on this before we go start talking about the price, because we have to know how much it's going to cost us before we can really price it to anybody else. There are several factors that I don't know yet. I know pretty much all this here because obviously I've already bought those, but that part still have the boards, the final boards. Now there is going to be I think I've mentioned this before, but there probably will be some changes to this, I know for sure. This board here is the original. The newest one that's coming in tomorrow that I'm going to be picking up, or will come into my mailbox, is even a little bit different than this. And this is the original design. It had the resistors over here on the input side for the RF, and it had the whole different way of doing it. So these are not regularly going to be used. I may go ahead and populate one just to see. You know, I think Bob wanted me to do that, but like I said, it's not a big deal, because these are what prototypes are for, is working out the bugs. Now, hopefully, we're working on an idea where this is going to be. Well, I'm not going to spoil it because we're not sure yet, and I don't want to promise something that's not going to be delivered. So we'll just wait and see how that turns out. But for now, I will bring you back when the boards come in and show you. That will probably be on a different video. This one's getting a little bit long, I think. Also, I have information about the name of this. Now, for all this time, we've been calling it the PTR AF/RF signal tracer. Now, we are changing that as we approach the time where we're going to be releasing this out on for sale and things like that. So we decided to instead. Now, we doubt there would be any problem calling it that. There is still a pastimes radio on the web, but their copyright notice for the board, or not the board, but the design for this LM380 doesn't. It was copyrighted 2000 to 2005. Now I don't know if that even applies, but you know, and it really is not this same circuit anyway. The circuit's been changed enough to where it really is not the same circuit. So we just basically decided to change the name because it would be less confusing and things like that. So I even got a website started. I don't have anything really on there that's you know, useful information yet. But I will, and eventually I will post that the address for that, so that you can take a look at it. Now, also, there's been, the company has a name now. I'm not going to say that either, but it just know that we are working on this stuff, and you know, like I said, it's just a slow going, you know, because we have to basically do a new design. Bob does a new design. We send it into JLC PCB. And they, you know, takes a little while. Not for their part. Their turnaround time is, you know, overnight basically. They have the board ready to go. So you know, it's just the fact that they're in China. You know, it takes a while to get the mail back and forth. So that's our biggest hang up right now, is getting that done. But we're doing this, like I said, the way we want to do it, and so I think it's a good thing. I think it will work out really well. I do believe. So that's going to do this video. Like I said, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll publish it tomorrow. It's going on 11 o'clock here now, so I'm going to get ready to hit the hay myself. So, but in due time, I will let everybody know what's going on with the new name, the new website, all the good stuff that you know, is going to come out of this, I hope. Now, another thing about this website, we're not just doing this for this signal tracer. Bob has other ideas on kits and stuff to make. There's already a couple in the works, so you know, stay tuned. Well, there's more coming. So, and we're trying to keep, like I said, we're trying to keep the cost down on these. To you know, nobody can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's going to be basically the parts plus a little for us for all the design work and all the prep work and all the stuff that we've done. And again, the holes will always all be pre-drilled on these cases. One for the speaker, the ones for the switch, the on-off switch, the BNC. Everything is going to be pre-drilled. And basically, when you get this kit, you just assemble the PCB with the parts and plug it into the, or screw it into the board and wire it up to the speaker and the switches and things, and that's it. So, you know, it's going to be a good deal, I think. So, all right, I have talked long enough. Please, you guys, like I say, have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you.